Alright, so this week in Ireland has been wet and fairly miserable. But of course neither me or you was here for the weather, so let's just jump straight in. Okay, so I realised that could be very bad timing since I said let's jump straight in. The current day that this is going to be posted, and last night it was on a podcast, which I didn't mention anything about in the video that I recorded obviously before I went on the podcast. So at the time this video is posted, the podcast won't be out, but when it is, I'll stick a link down in the description of this video, or follow me on Instagram, and I will tell you there and then when the podcast is posted, because it's worth a listen. Throw it in your ears when you're on your way to work, or you're out walking the dog or anything like that. Anyways, gonna go back into the video. My apologies for stopping you. Let's continue away. Right, so I was on Twitter the other day and I came across this tweet which has gone pretty viral, so I'm not sure whether or not you have seen this, but let me just play the clip.
Guys, there's fucking loads of goats in my garden. I don't know where they came from. No, Monty, leave them alone. Look at him! He just... did you see that? He just jumped over the wall.
So that is down in Kildare in a place called Donadea. Remember how a couple of weeks ago we had the video of the chap holding onto the back of the bus because he forgot his leap card? Well, yeah, it's just gone and happened again. Safety chiefs issue urgent warning after stunned commuters watch as teen climbs on back of Dublin bus as it drives down O'Connell Street. So here's the picture here. The fella that took the picture said the lad held onto the back of the bus about a half a mile before jumping off, and the bus stopped and then he ran away. So if there's any parents watching this, just do us all a favour and give your kids a couple of euro to get the bus, because a bus fare is a lot cheaper than having to pay for a funeral. 2 people arrested after being caught red-handed setting up a drone near Castlerea prison as drugs, tablets and phones are seized. So the other day a man and woman were arrested up in Roscommon outside of a prison just as they were about to smuggle stuff in using a drone. Cops seized the drone while also recovering cannabis, 440 tablets, 2 mobile phones and a watch phone. These 2 people in their 40s were obviously caught red-handed, but I'm not sure whether you remember back in October this happened in Wheatfield prison. A couple of prison officers discovered containers from a Chinese restaurant in the bin out in the yard, which basically means someone ordered a curry from the local Chinese, got it delivered by a drone, scoffed it as quick as they could and fucked it in the bin.
Yeah, hello, yeah, I'd like to order a spice bag and a 3-in-1. Yeah, what's my address? I'm actually in Wheatfield prison. I'm actually sitting in my cell at the moment. Now I won't be able to come out to the door, so if you could just use a drone and just drop it in around the yard, yeah, I'll run out. How will I pay? I have a couple of euro, I'm gonna throw it over the wall and you can pick it up, right? Thanks, see you later, bye.
And we're on the notion of deliveries. Dad helps deliver baby daughter in car as Dublin Fire Brigade share adorable snap. So here's baby Lydia, who was born in the back of a car on Naas Road the other day. Like, fair play to that dad. If Shannon had said to me and we were on the way to the hospital, listen, the baby's coming, there's nothing we can do, I'd have said, no, tense your legs, close them as tight as you can. That baby is not coming until we get to the hospital. Also last week, something very similar happened. Baby girl delivered by quick thinking member of public at service station in County Meath as garage owner tells how drama unfolded. Garage owner Jerry Brady praised the staff and the woman who delivered the child for their quick thinking and for keeping the baby warm until the ambulance arrived. So basically some woman gave birth to her baby in this garage in Meath with the help of some other woman. They realised there was no blankets or clothes to wrap the baby in, so one of Jerry's staff thought of foam wrap which is used on bananas as it would keep her warm, and it did. This Jerry chap is clinging on to every single bit of promotion that he can for his garage. Come on now, your staff wrapped the baby in banana skins. It's not that clever. Anyone could have taken a jumper off and thrown it over the baby. There was great thinking by my staff.
Jeez, that baby's after coming out on the nip. What can we do to keep it warm?
Jerry, I think we have some banana skins out on the back. Do you want me to get them?
Oh yeah, so that'll keep the baby spot on. It will. Nobody else has a jacket or a blanket in the boot of a car that we can give the baby.
Local councillor Nick Killian said this: we are fortunate in Ireland that we have such kind people in an emergency. Oh yeah, because in every other country in the world, when they see a wobbling pregnant lady come in saying her baby's coming, everyone is going to say, fuck off out of the shop, deliver that baby on your own. No, absolutely not. It's the same everywhere in the world if someone's stuck. I'm not even surprised that this baby was born in a garage. Like, even though I'm a man, the price of fuel these days even nearly sends me into labour. Teenager withdraws car crash combo claim after court sees snaps of him bodybuilding, playing footy and paragliding. What an absolute numpty. So this chap has some swords and he had a car crash on New Year's Day, put in a claim, and while it was going through the court's process, because he couldn't go to gym and couldn't do the things he loved anymore, he was still continuing to go to gym, which is all well and good if you do it under the table with no one knowing. But he was posting before and after pictures on Instagram, posting pictures of him playing football, going to gym, and worst of all of it, he posted a picture of him paragliding. Like, you're supposed to have a fucking broken back and be traumatised after this crash, and they're out paragliding. How stupid can someone actually be? P.S. I don't condone fake claims because it just spikes up everyone else's insurance prices, which is already a fucking joke as it is. Anyways, this claim was struck out of court when they figured out he lied to doctors and he was actually grand after all. Donegal's shop owner who stockpiled custard creams, garlic bread and beans blasts politicians for wrecking his Brexit plans. So basically the chap's name is Edward Coyle and he owns a Centra up in Donegal. Preparation of Brexit going through, this chap stockpiled on a load of stuff that you can only purchase from the UK. Actually a pretty clever idea, but the deadline for Brexit has now been pushed back to October, which is after the sell-by date of all the stuff he stockpiled. You just have to feel sorry for the lad. It was actually a pretty good idea, but to be fair, like, what did he expect? It took 800 years for them to leave Ireland in the first place. Like, come on. That was a joke, by the way. Irish Water appeals for public not to put food waste down sink to stop fatbergs blocking pipes. So look at these two nasty pictures. Irish Water posted these the other day and said that they spend 7 million every single year clearing blockages that can be easily avoided. Put my hands up, I'm guilty of it when I wash my plate like a greasy plate, or I pour milk, or pour cream, or pour yogurt, and that I class as a liquid goes down the sink, and I'm guilty of it myself. But from now on, everyone watching this, we all have to pour our stuff into the bin, because that's just nasty and it's an absolute waste of money. Now I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of the White Moose Cafe, which is probably the most famous cafe in all of Dublin. Anyways, the other day they posted this video up on Twitter, which I find absolutely hilarious, and I'm just going to play it all from start to finish. If you want to skip it, just go to this time where I will continue talking again.
It's Tuesday morning, the 9th of April 2019, and this distinguished gentleman strides majestically and confidently into the White Moose Cafe. He enters the cafe wearing gloves, and the conversation goes a little bit like this.
Yeah, how are you doing? You alright? Would I be able to order Americano from you, please? Thank you.
The gentleman then looks closely at the tip jar, which happens to contain a €5 note. Coffee is served to the man, and then he asks the girls about the CBD oil behind them. They turn around to check the CBD oil, and his left hand goes wandering. Let's take a closer look at the left hand as the girls are looking at the oil. Straight into the tip jar it goes, removing a £5 from the jar. The man then uses that £5 to pay for his coffee, and the waitress gives back the change based on the €5 note. However, when the man receives his change, he claims that it was a €20 note he had given.
Hang on a minute, I gave you €20. I didn't give you a €5. Look, you're only giving me €2 back. I gave you €20, not €5.
Agnieszka doesn't know what to do, but presumes that it was indeed €20 that the gentleman gave her. She gives him back change based on €20 and not £5. Before the man places the €10 note back in his wallet, he checks to see if it's real. This man does not deserve a fake note after all. The distinguished gentleman then puts milk and sugar in his coffee, and he has a joke with Agnieszka, placing his left hand on her shoulder in the process. He obviously likes using his left hand, both for dipping and for touching. Our friendly, jovial thief friend heads off on his merry way, €17 and 1 coffee richer. Is it any wonder he's such a happy chappy?
And now for the last thing of the day, something to change the mood, and I'm probably not even sure I'm going to include it in the video. You won't see this in any news outlets or at and around the area because it's probably not a big deal to most people. On Friday night at 8:30, my local McDonalds got robbed at gunpoint. That's just a normal story, normal headline, but the thing that annoyed me the most about it was that my girlfriend and my daughter were actually in the place when it happened. You can imagine for them it would be absolutely traumatising. When it happened, when the people ran in with the guns, ran up to the counter, my girlfriend and my daughter got the fuck out of there afraid they were going to be shot. Which is fucking, it's shocking, it's absolutely terrifying, and to make it worse, this is the 3rd time that has happened this month in that same McDonald's. Just thought I'd include that. I know it's not a big headline, but it's something pretty shocking, something close to home, and it's not something you see often. So that's gonna be it from today. I know I'll probably ended the video on a bad mood, but listen, it's just something I wanted to include. Feel free to leave a like in the video, feel free to leave a comment. More than happy to have a conversation with anyone that wants one. Also, thanks for watching, I appreciate the support, love every single one of you so fucking much. If you're new here, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, see you later, goodbye.
Read this out for me when you went away. I wanted to read this out.
Okay, for anyone that's listening and maybe doesn't watch...
No names.
No, for anyone that doesn't watch my videos, and I always say, text me on Instagram, that's the best way to get me. The reason I don't reply to anyone anymore is because once I do,